recently found out that my husband of 26 years has secretly racked up $180,000 in debt, and I am beside myself. I don't even know what to do.
What's he borrowed all that money on?
Well, he started day trading, which is, in my opinion, gambling.
Yeah, he's been putting it all on Black 26. Yeah, 100% that's what that is.
Yeah.
And so did he just keep digging a deeper and deeper hole and thought he could get out of it and not tell you, and then all of a sudden...
Yeah. And all of a sudden I looked.
Oh, you looked. So he didn't come to you and say, I'm over my head.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Never. And that's where I'm struggling. And I found out in 4 different increments. And I just don't even.
So wait, you found out, and then he said, yeah, you're right, I owe $25,000. And then you found another $50,000. And then you found another.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how do you know this is all day trading?
Because I know he's been doing that, but the sad thing, that's how much debt he caused, but he drained our bank account. So it's way, way, way more than that. But I don't even know how to get out of that much debt. I personally don't. And I have a job. I have a master's degree. I'm making spreadsheets on how fast we can pay off our house. We're watching my retirement. And meanwhile, he's on the opposite train going down some ditch on fire.
Yeah, I would close my laptop if I were you for a second.
Okay.
Because your house is literally burning to the ground, and you're on Wayfair trying to figure out how to get a couch delivered.
Mm-hmm. He has stopped day trading.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Well,
and here's why.
You really?
100%, because he has not come and said, here's everything.
Yes, I agree.
And until he said, here is everything, and by the way, I want to see the receipts.
Okay.
Because I know people getting themselves in trouble with day trading. I know that legalized online gambling is just destroying, especially young men, but men, and their financial present, their financial futures. It's catastrophic. And
I agree.
I also know that not all the time. I have a close personal friend that ran up a bunch of credit cards and just kind of got spinning. But man, the vast majority of the time, there's other things going on. Mm-hmm. There's somebody else. There's addictions that people don't want to talk about. There's other things. And it's easy just to say, well, it was me putting money on the Celtics game, or it was me day trading. Mm-hmm. Man, until there is until he takes a knee in front of his wife of a quarter century and says, I've wronged our family, I've wronged you, I've wronged me, I've wronged my commitment to you, here's everything. Until that moment, you can't start making judgments and don't start buying couches for a house that's on fire.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He has, and he's not a crier, and I'm not trying to defend him.
No,
but
defend him away. That's okay. I come off pretty harsh, so defend away.
No.
Some people on the show need to be defended from me because, anyway, yeah, feel free to.
Well, and that's why I contacted you, because I trust your opinion. I value your intellect. He has done what I've asked as far as stop it now. And he does show me his computer. He has got to the point where he tells me if he crosses the street to go get the mail. Yep. And I didn't ask for that. Also, I don't want to be his babysitter. I have a job and kids. And so he's trying to be as open and honest as he can. However, I just don't know if it's enough.
So here's where we start. So I actually will honor him for that.
Okay.
And this is one of those problems I label it this way. It's not by your hand, but it's in your lap. Mm-hmm. Your neighbor's pool busted, but your house is flooding. Mm-hmm. So you didn't want to deal with this. You got a job. You got your own kids. You got your own life. It doesn't matter. Your house is full of water.
Yeah.
And so we'll deal with the water. We'll deal with our family. We'll deal with this mess. And then we'll go knock on the next door neighbor's house and figure out how we're going to get literally upstream of this deal. But yes, you have a job. Yes. But dude, you've got a broken man inside your house. And if that's where he is, good for him. But here's where it's going to start.
Okay.
Today, you pull all 3 credit reports.
Okay.
And here's what we're doing for you. This is less an inquiry on him, even though it is. This is more for you to realize how deep the water you're treading water in.
Okay.
So what you're trying to do is reestablish safety. Do I have the bottom of this thing yet?
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
And so I want to know how much freaking money we owe, period.
Yeah.
And he has established that he can't be trusted yet.
Yeah.
Okay. The next conversation is, I need to know about every girlfriend. I need to know about every hotel room. I need to know about everything. And if he says none, 0, great, and you believe him, I trust you. You know him.
Okay.
Okay. Here's what we're looking to do. You have a big financial mess that y'all are going to have to clean up together. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But before we start doing that, we have to create some sort of temporary concrete pad that you can anchor into.
Okay.
And right now you are a balloon that the string has been clipped, and you're trying to tether into something, because everything you know that's reality is now unanchored.
Yes.
And once we establish that, then we can start saying, okay, budget-wise, how are we going to do this? And you have to make peace. Your financial dreams as you knew them, the house you were going to buy, the lake house, the new Tahoe you were going to get, all that is out the window right now.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a level of grief. There's going to be a level of just abject rage, anger, all of it. And again, this is not me coming from a position of like, I'm better than anybody. I've got my own stuff, but I don't buy like a hunting jacket without letting my wife know.
Gosh.
You know what I mean?
I wish.
Like I can't wrap my head around getting 180 in the hole on something. But I also know I'm not perfect, and so I'm not here to throw rocks at him. But I'm hoping, because of you, I am choosing to believe that he was trying to do what's best for his family. He thought he had an in, and a buddy told him a thing, and then he tried a thing, and then all of a sudden he found himself under an avalanche.
Wow, nailed it.
That's my hope. That's the best case scenario.
Yep.
But let's say you're 200 in the hole. What do you make in your job?
Well, I just got another one, so I don't know. The truth is, I do have access to enough to cover it. However, I'm not interested in pulling them out.
Okay, but here's the problem. This is y'all's debt, and this is y'all's inheritance.
Yes.
And
well, it's mine only.
Well,
does that matter?
If you're married to somebody for 25 years, it's y'all's.
Oh, I know, but he did this.
I know. And I'm not saying you run in there and bail it out right now.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, if for the past 10 years you've been talking about your inheritance, maybe this rift started with you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And maybe when you're saying, I get $5 million when so-and-so passes away or whatever, then he's thinking, well, I got to keep up with her then. So she'll still love me. That doesn't excuse him. I'm just saying, when you are underwater, you both bail. And when all of your fruit trees come in, you'll all eat those apples.
That hits.
And so if y'all are running parallel lives, you don't get to sit from your throne where, oh, no, I got an inheritance, but you terrible. This is a y'all problem and a y'all win.
You're right.
So I don't believe you go write a check and solve all this. I think that's not because, again.
I agree.
But I do think y'all have to sit at a table, and maybe you come to the table and say, I can't believe I did this, but for 20 years, I've talked about my stuff and your stuff. And this is our problem, and this is our victory. But I'm not going to cash anything out until we have come to terms with how we are going to be married together. How we are going to work through this problem together. And maybe we are going to clear $100,000 of this debt together by working 3 jobs each, and by the kids thinking we're about to put them on Facebook Marketplace too. Like we're going to sell everything. We're going to, all the stuff. And then we will sit down and come up with a plan once we have established that we are in this together.
Okay.
Does that ring true?
I just didn't expect to be chastised, but I probably needed it.
Well, does it make sense?
Yes. And how did you know this?
I just do this for a living.
That's wild. I do have a tendency to, I think because I really do feel like I would be totally fine on my own, and I probably functioned that way my entire marriage.
And so I would come before him and say, I'm so sorry.
Mm.
Because for 20 years, he's been trying to prove to you, no, let's do this together. And I'm making something up on his behalf, right? He may be a total jerk, and you may have had to do this because you knew he wasn't reliable and he was unstable and he would gamble half your life savings away. Who knows? But what I do know is marriages don't survive when people are roommates.
Mm-hmm.
Marriages don't survive big drops in income or big windfalls when people aren't united.
Okay.
Because this is not just a money problem. This affects where y'all eat. This affects how y'all date. This affects your life after your kids go to bed and he's on his iPad and you're on your phone. Like, this affects every bit of your life. This affects your sex life. This affects everything.
Everything.
And if this is the moment when you want to call it, then do that. I don't recommend that at all.
Okay.
But if you've been divorced for 20 years, y'all just been roommating together, then put that on the table. But he's got a lot to apologize for and be sorry for. But if you've been acting like his mom for 20 years, saying this is mine and I'll pat you on the head. You said I don't want another kid, but you kind of had one for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Ugh, right? Ugh.
Yeah, ugh. Yeah, it's true.
So maybe as a part of I want to see how bad this hole is. I want to see how, like, we're going to put all of the credit reports on the table. I'm going to bring all of my windfalls to the table too.
Okay.
And here's the plan we are going to make together. And instead of saying, I'm not giving any of this money to bail us out of this mess you made, it is, I want us to prove to ourselves that we're both into building this new marriage.
Is it salvageable?
100%. But it takes both of you clearing the deck with both arms, saying we are starting from scratch. Here's a brand new marriage.
Okay. I have seen glimpses of that. Well, more than glimpses. This is the worst thing that ever happened to me. However, this may be the first time we've ever communicated.
Yep.
It's just a really high price to pay.
Well, yeah. And here's the thing. You will all, anybody listening to this, and you included, me included, there's always a price to pay. You want to pay it monthly with a pain in the butt, monthly budget meeting? Or do you want to pay it every 20 or so years and you find out, our marriage may not make it? So here, okay, I'm gonna hook you up with something, okay? I'm gonna give you Financial Peace University, all 9 lessons. That's a digital thing, and I want y'all to watch it together.
Okay.
And you think it's about money, it is 5%. But it's really about two people coming together and saying, okay, what do we value? And adults delay gratification and pleasure because they follow a plan to get them where they want to go. Children eat as many of the jelly beans as possible. Right away. Who cares about teeth rot? Who cares about diabetes? We just want it right now.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to send you 1 year of the Every Dollar Premium app. And here's why that's important. Y'all make a budget together, and then every time one of you buys something, it pops up on the other person's phone.
That's amazing.
So y'all stay in it together. But y'all have to have one checking account.
Yep.
You'll have to deposit in and out. He has to go get a job where he gets a paycheck. He has no self-esteem. He's been floundering for 20 plus years. He doesn't respect himself. You don't respect him. Pull all the credit reports, and then you pull your financial statements. We're going to put everything on this, and I want you to say these words. I want to be your wife, not your mother. In fact, I want to be your girlfriend. I want to date you again. I want you to fall in love with me. I want to fall in love with you. And we're going to start from square one. What do I want in a romantic partner? What do I want in a financial partner? What I want is a co-parent. We are starting from scratch. And yes, you could do it. How do I know? I have done it several times. When my wife and I have said, the marriage we've had is over, I'll build a new one, if you will. Okay, it takes both feet in the boat. Okay, I don't have these skills. We're going to learn them together. All right, here we go. So yes, I believe in you. Does that make any of what he did right? No. Does that give me a context as to where he may have been trying to salvage his own dignity and respect for himself and try to win yours over? Absolutely yes. And some dude at work said, bro, I got an insider tip. And now we're down a rabbit hole. Whew. So today, my friend Reese, for your new marriage, day one. And I'll walk with you and I'll walk with him every step of the way. Y'all call me anytime. Super, super proud of you guys.